With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello students, have a look at the question. Question is diagram given below is related to which of the following set of hormones. So here we are giving diagram. Diagram is, here we can say that this is a cytoplasm, and then here is a nucleus, and there is a hormone which is entered into the cytoplasm and directly entered into the, it is either bind with the intracellular receptor within the cell, it bind with the receptor, and it then directly show its effect on DNA, or it is not binding with the receptor, it just bind with the receptor present on the DNA, nuclear DNA itself, then show its effects by increasing the mRNA concentration, and then the protein is being formed and response is being generated. So in this way it is binding either intracellular receptor or within the cell they directly bind to the DNA. So here we are having 4 different options. So firstly we will understand before that different mode of action of hormones, how hormones act, how they work, hormone action. Different hormones, they act in, all hormones they act in 2 ways. They are having 2 mode of action. First one is having the intracellular receptor. First one, they act via intracellular receptor, or directly they can enter into the DNA. Here we can say that intracellular receptors or directly bind with the nuclear DNA. And secondly, they act via membrane bound receptor. They act via membrane bound receptors. And hormones, these are 2 types of hormones which act via these 2 receptors, and the hormones which are lipid soluble means they can cross the plasma membrane easily. They act via intracellular receptor. Exception here is the thyroid hormones. There are thyroxine, or we can say that the thyroid hormones, they also act via intracellular receptor. Otherwise all lipid soluble we can say that hormones which can cross the plasma membrane easily, they don't need any membrane bound receptor, they act via intracellular receptor. And on the other hand, membrane bound receptors are being used by that as lipid insoluble hormones, that is mainly peptide hormone which can't cross the plasma membrane because of their polarity in nature, so they act via membrane bound receptor. Now we will see option one by one. First one is cortisol. So we have to choose which of the following follow this kind of we can say that the hormone action. So this is the first one is the cortisol. Cortisol is a intracellular receptor. It acts via intracellular receptor, and we have to choose complete set which act via intracellular receptor, because it is a mode of action of this type, that is directly or intracellular receptor. Next is the estradiol. Estradiol is again steroid hormone. It acts via intracellular receptor. And our third is gonadotropin. Gonadotropin, it is a peptide hormone which acts via membrane bound receptor. It acts via membrane bound receptor. So we can say that in complete set gonadotropin is not the, we can say that intracellular receptor. So for that it is incorrect option. Next is testosterone. Testosterone, another intracellular receptor, because it is a we can say that it is a steroid hormone, testosterone. Oxytocin, it is a peptide hormone. Again it acts via a membrane bound receptor. And estradiol, it is a intracellular. Here we can say that oxytocin, it is a culprit, so incorrect option. Next is corticoid. Corticoid or cortisol, it is a intracellular. Isothioneine, I have already told you, here is the exception, that is the thyroid hormone. Thyroid hormone also acts via intracellular receptor, so this is also correct. Steroids, all the steroid or steroidal hormones, they act via intracellular receptor. So in complete set this is correct. Last is catecholamines. Catecholamines include the dopamine, adrenaline, non-adrenaline, all these are catecholamines. Catecholamines, these are peptide hormones which act via membrane bound receptor. So we can say that this is incorrect. Steroid and cortisol although correct, but catecholamine, this is incorrect. So option D is also incorrect. So here option C is correct. Hope you get it. Thank you.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.